Hi, everybody. This is Rick from Positive Exposure. Positive Exposure is a nonprofit organization promoting a more inclusive and equitable world through educational programs, through photography, through film, through workshops, through webinars, and also through our multimedia exhibitions. Welcome to Positive Exposure and our shared humanity. Today, I'm here with my great friends and co-hosts, Kelsey, Ferrill, and Samantha, Adair. And we're welcoming our very, very, very special, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning special guest, Chelsey Daniel. Hi, Chelsey.
Hello.
All right, Chelsey, it's really great to have you here. I'm super excited that we get to interview you today. So Chelsey, how old are you?
I'm 31. I will be 32 in June. So
nice. And where are you from?
I live in Lancaster, California, which is Southern California.
Nice. Southern California is amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you take a minute just to tell us a little bit about your condition, Mobius syndrome?
So Mobius syndrome essentially is the paralysis of the 6th and 7th cranial nerves, which is responsible for facial expression. I have that. I also have small hands, so like the hand anomalies. When I was 6 and 7, I actually had what is called the smile surgery, so I am able to smile. But yeah, that's like the gist of it and how it affects me. But obviously, there's varying degrees of how people are affected.
Definitely. What do you find are your overall challenges when it comes to having Mobius syndrome?
I would say communication, both like verbal and obviously non-verbal, as far as like facial expression. Because I know a lot of people take like social cues from that. So I would say, especially as an adult, like that's really only the main thing I think I struggle with.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. What are some of your hobbies?
Well, right now it's kind of hard to do stuff. But when we're not in quarantine, I like to go to the gym. I like to go hiking and do stuff outside. I enjoy reading. I like writing. I have a 2-year-old, so that takes up a lot of my time.
Definitely. And what about work? Do you have a job?
Yeah, I work full-time in the aerospace industry. I've been doing that for almost 6 months, and I really enjoy that. I love it.
That's amazing. And did you have to go to school for that?
No, I'm finishing up my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. So it's not exactly related to what I'm doing, but I'm hoping if I kind of like hone in on like the cyber security aspect, that's something that can translate to what I do with my job.
That's really cool. And when do you graduate from that program?
Well, hopefully next May, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of crossing their fingers for school deadlines to stay on track.
Yeah.
Chelsey, how has living with Mobius syndrome affected your life socially?
Well, I know when I was really little, I was definitely outgoing. I think as I grew up and kind of, I guess, had to deal with like the less accepting part of society, I think that made me more like shy and introverted. But as I've gotten older in like the last couple of years or so, I think I've kind of come out of that and have been more outgoing and more accepting of who I am, and people either like me or they don't.
And what are some of the barriers that you think we need to break in society?
Definitely judging people on face value. I think, at least in my experience, I know that I've had people judge me just by looking at me and making assumptions about what I can and can't do. And obviously that's something that doesn't just happen to people with Mobius, that happens to people with any kind of physical and intellectual difference. So I would say that that's the main thing that needs to end.
Okay.
What do you think people assume about you?
I guess, I don't know. I've had weird things. I've gone, like, I've been at the gym, like, lifting weights, and I guess with, like, my small hands or whatever, I've had people be like, oh, wow, that's so good for you. And it's like,
Oh my God.
no, I'm just at the gym, go away.
Right, yeah, I feel that.
I've had, in like school settings and like group projects, I feel like I've had my like input and ideas kind of like brushed aside for whatever reason. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that there are enough resources for accessibility to help people with Mobius syndrome?
If you know how to find it, I would say there's a decent amount of resources. However, because it's so rare, like the average person could see someone on like the street with Mobius and like they wouldn't know, whereas with something like, I don't know, like Down syndrome or cerebral palsy, something that's more, I guess,
More common.
more seen.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, like you can look at someone and be like, oh, I'm guessing they had this. Whereas if they see someone with Mobius, like they wouldn't know what it was. And then even if they Googled like facial paralysis or something, like who knows what's gonna come up on the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you want people to know about Mobius syndrome or people with disabilities in general?
I mean, in general, just treat us like we're your equals. I've encountered so many situations myself, and I know Kelsey has too, when people just say like terrible stuff to us, and it's like, you wouldn't say that to like I hate to use this word, but like a normal person. So I don't know why they think it's okay to say that to us.
Right.
Yeah, treat us like normal humans. We're capable of everything that anyone else is capable of. We just might have to do it in like a different way, or it comes across differently. But yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us today, Chelsey.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And as a side note, what you just said, people say stuff, happened to me yesterday. So
Tell me what happened.
What?
I said, tell me what happened.
Oh my God. We will take this offline, but I'll tell you later. But so I know exactly what you mean. Everything you just said, I was like, yeah. Like, daily. So, yeah, so thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I have a couple of questions for you, Chelsey.
Okay.
Can you tell me about motherhood?
Motherhood is awesome and also terrifying. 90% of the time, I have no idea what I'm doing. But my daughter is awesome and she's really smart and super cute. So that's all I can ask for.
And one last question. Can you tell me about your beautiful tattoo?
Yes. So hold on.
Oh,
I have,
gorgeous.
you see it? I have my daughter's name, Johanna, and then I got a fox because her first toy that she had was a fox, and then I have the scene from one of the Wild things on, and it says "You are my Wild" because she's my Wild. So basically, my daughter has her own tattoo sleeve going on.
I love it.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's stunning.
Alright.
Thank you so much for this, Chelsey. It was
Oh,
wonderful.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And I guess we'll keep you posted as soon as we
Oh yeah, definitely.
when we get this together. We'll send it out to you for your approval. But thanks everybody. Thanks co-hosts.
Yeah.
Chelsey, have a beautiful day and hug your daughter for us. Get Joanna.
Oh, I will.
Oh.
Continue staying safe and wash your hands.
Yeah, thank you. Constantly.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.